The ancient Council of the Stars met on Arctura Prime, a huge orbital station that floated high above a calm yellow star. The station was made of shining white metal and clear domes that let everyone see the endless black of space and the bright points of distant stars. Inside the main hall, a giant round table stood in the center. Around it sat the representatives of many old alien races. The Varathians were tall and looked like living crystal. Their bodies glowed softly with inner light, and when they moved, small rainbows danced across their skin. Next to them sat the Krell, insect-like beings with hard shells, many legs, and clicking mandibles. They spoke in short bursts of sound that their translators turned into words. The Luminari were beings of pure light, their forms shifting like slow flames without solid bodies. The Draconi were big and strong, covered in thick dark scales, with deep voices that rumbled like far-off thunder. All these races had ruled the galaxy for thousands of years. They knew each other's languages, histories, and ways of war. They decided the rules for trade, travel, and peace across hundreds of star systems. Today, the Council talked about a new danger. For many months, unknown ships had attacked trade routes. These attackers used strange dark matter tricks. Normal sensors could not see them. Normal weapons could not touch them. Ships would suddenly disappear into black voids, then explode without sound or light. Entire convoys vanished. Valuable goods, rare metals, and even living crews were lost. The Varathian elder, whose name was Lirith, spoke first. His voice came out clear and cold. "We must send more patrols. Our crystal shields can block most attacks, but this dark matter hides the enemy too well. Our swarms have tried to chase them. The shadows swallow our fighters. We lose too many." A Luminari form flickered brighter. "We need new science. Dark matter is the hidden mass of the universe. No one has made weapons from it before. These raiders break old rules." The Draconi warlord growled low. "If we find their home, we crush them. But first, we must see them." The discussion went on for hours. Ideas came and went. No one had a real answer. At one end of the big table sat the small human group. They were new to the Council. Humanity had only joined space travel a short time ago, less than 50 Earth years. Most aliens saw them as young and weak. Humans still used fusion engines and metal hulls that looked old-fashioned next to alien tech. The human ambassador was Ji-Hoon Kim. He was a calm man in his 40s, with short black hair and steady eyes. He wore a simple dark blue uniform with the Earth symbol on the chest, a blue globe with white clouds. Next to him sat Sujin Park, his main advisor. She was sharp and quick, always watching faces and listening to every word. Her uniform was the same style, but she kept a small data pad in her hand. Behind them stood Min-Sok Lee, the engineer. He was quiet, tall, and thin, with glasses. He said little, but noticed everything. The humans had observer seats only. They could listen, but not vote. When the talk turned to the dark matter raiders again, Ji-Hoon raised his hand slowly. The table fell quiet for a moment. Lirath, the Varathian elder, turned his glowing head toward the humans. "Yes, human ambassador, do you have something to add?" Ji-Hoon spoke in a clear, even voice. "My people have studied the attacks. We lost 2 scout ships near our outer colonies. We think we can help." A soft laugh spread around the table. The Krell made sharp clicking sounds that meant amusement. Even the light forms of the Luminari shimmered in a way that looked like a chuckle. Lirath's crystal face showed no real expression, but his tone was cold. "Help? Your ships use basic fusion drives. Your weapons are simple lasers and missiles. You have no defense against dark matter fields. What can primitives offer?" Sujin leaned forward a little. Her voice was firm but polite. We have been working on dark matter for many years in secret. Not just theory, real tests, real engines. More laughter came. A Draconi delegate slammed a heavy fist on the table gently, not to hurt, but to show disbelief. Secret tests? In your small asteroid mines, you play with toys while we build empires. Minsok stayed silent, but his fingers moved slightly on his pad. He pulled up old data from human labs, but he did not show it yet. Ji-hoon did not get angry. He kept his calm face. We do not ask for trust yet. We only ask to show what we can do. Let our ships patrol one small sector where the raiders come often. If we fail, we step back. If we succeed, maybe we talk more. The council members looked at each other. Lirath spoke again. Very well. We give you one sector, the neutral zone near Epsilon Vale. If your ships survive 1 week without help, we will listen again, but do not expect us to wait long. The vote was quick. Everyone agreed, mostly because they thought the humans would fail fast. It would teach the newcomers their place. As the session ended, the aliens rose and left in groups, talking among themselves. The humans stayed seated for a moment. Sujin turned to Ji-hoon and spoke quietly, so only he and Minsok could hear. They laugh now, but they have no idea. Ji-hoon nodded once. They will see soon. Minsok finally spoke, his voice low. The fleet is ready. Captain Taewoo Choi sent a tight beam message this morning. The dark matter warships are in position. They wait for our word. Ji-hoon looked out through the clear dome at the stars. The galaxy was big and old. Many races thought they knew everything, but humans had learned one hard lesson early. The universe hides most of its power in the dark. He stood up slowly. Send the order. Tell Taewoo to move in silent. No signals, no shows. Just do the job. Sujin smiled a small, tight smile. They asked for a demonstration. They will get one they never forget. The three humans walked out of the hall. Behind them, the great table stood empty under the green lights. The council thought the meeting was over. They were wrong. The real meeting was about to start in the cold emptiness of space. The attacks grew worse after the council meeting. Trade ships vanished one after another. First it was small freighters carrying food and water, then bigger ones with rare minerals from distant mines. No distress calls came, no wreckage floated in space, just empty silence where whole convoys used to be. Near the edge of the neutral zone, a large Krell merchant fleet tried to cross. 10 heavy cargo haulers, guarded by 4 fast attack ships. They moved in tight formation, shields up, weapons hot. The Krell captain sent a proud message to the council. We fear no shadows. Our swarm will bite back. Halfway through the crossing, the stars dimmed. Not one by one, but all at once. A thick black fog rolled over the fleet, like spilled ink in water. Sensors screamed warnings, then went dead. The attack ships fired beams and missiles into the darkness. The weapons vanished without hitting anything. Then, the black fog swallowed the lead hauler. One moment, the ship was there. Engines glowing blue. The next moment, nothing. No explosion, no light, just gone. The other ships tried to turn. Too late. The darkness moved fast. It wrapped around them like a living thing. One by one, the Krell vessels disappeared. The last attack ship sent a short, panicked burst. They are inside the message cut off. The whole fleet was erased in less than 5 minutes. Word reached Arctura Prime fast. The council hall filled again, but this time no one laughed. The Varathian elder Lirath stood rigid, his crystal body flickering with nervous light. This is not raiders, he said. This is something new, something that hunts us. A luminary form pulsed red with anger. Our patrols found nothing. No trace, no energy sign, nothing. The Draconi warlord clenched his fists so hard, his scales cracked. We send our best hunters next time. We burn their hiding places. But deep down, they all knew the truth. They had no idea where to look. The council had no choice. They called the humans back. Ji-hoon Kim walked into the hall with the same calm steps. Soo-jin Park stayed close on his right, her eyes scanning every face. Min-suk Lee followed behind, carrying a thin black case. The alien delegates watched them, like people watch small animals that might bite. Lirath spoke first. Your people asked to help. Now we ask. Tell us what you know. Ji-hoon bowed his head slightly, polite but not weak. We thank the council for listening. Our scouts near the outer rim saw these attacks early. We lost ships too, but we learned something. He nodded to Min-suk. The engineer opened his case and placed a small holoprojector on the table. A soft blue light rose up. It showed maps of attack sectors. Red dots marked every lost ship. Lines connected them. The pattern looked random at first. Then Min-suk touched the controls. The lines formed a clear shape, a wide circle with one narrow path leading in. They follow this route, Min-suk said in his quiet voice. They hide in the dark matter clouds near Epsilon Vale, the same place you gave us to patrol. A Krell delegate clicked sharply. We scanned those clouds. Nothing lives there. Nothing moves there. Min-suk did not argue. He changed the holo. Now it showed close-up data from a human scout drone. Tiny ripples in space, invisible to most sensors. But the human drone had caught them. Small bends in gravity, like footprints in snow. Dark matter does not shine, Min-suk explained. It does not make heat. But it pulls. It bends light a little. We built tools to see those bends. We followed them. We know where the raiders wait. The hall stayed quiet. No laughter this time. Soo-jin stepped forward. We have a small fleet ready. Not big like yours, but different. We ask permission to send them into the Epsilon Vale sector. One patrol. If we fail, you lose nothing. If we succeed, the raiders stop. Lirath looked around the table. The other delegates nodded slowly. They were scared now. Scared enough to try anything. Permission granted, Lirath said. But we will watch. Our observer ships will stay at safe distance. We want to see your demonstration. Ji-hoon smiled a small smile. We welcome observers. Please keep your ships far back. Our methods are quiet. The council ended the session. The aliens left in hurried groups, whispering. The humans stayed calm. Outside the hall, in a private room with thick walls, Ji-hoon opened a secure line. A holo of Captain Taewoo Choi appeared. Taewoo was young for a captain, with sharp eyes and a steady mouth. Behind him, the bridge of the dreadnought Warong looked dark and clean. No flashing lights, no busy crew running. Just silent focus. Ambassador, Taewoo said. We received the order. The fleet is cloaked and holding at the edge of the sector. Ji-hoon nodded. Move in. Silent approach. No signals until the raiders show. Protect the trade lane first, then hunt. Taewoo gave a short bow. Understood. Hwarang and sisters are ready. Dark matter cores at full stability. Weapons cold, but charged. Soo-jin added, the council will watch. Let them see only what they need to see. No more. Taewoo's eyes showed a small spark. They will see enough. The holo faded. Min-suk looked at Ji-hoon. They think we are small, weak. When the shadows come, they will learn. Ji-hoon stared out the window at the stars. They laughed at us once. Now they beg for help. The galaxy is big, but humans know how to wait in the dark. Far away in the cold black of Epsilon Vale, the human fleet waited. 5 ships. Hwarang led them. The others carried proud old names. Gwanggaeto, Zhangbogo, Yi Sun-sin, and Sejong. Their hulls were smooth and black. No engines glowed. No antennas stuck out. They looked like shadows themselves. They used no normal thrust. Inside each ship, dark matter reactors hummed low. The reactors pulled energy from the invisible mass that filled the universe. They made power without fire, without light, without waste heat. The ships moved by bending gravity around themselves. They fell toward where they wanted to go. Fast, silent, untouchable. The raiders did not know humans were coming, but the humans knew the raiders were there. Deep in the dark matter cloud, hidden ships waited. Their crews were not one race. They were a mix, outcasts, pirates, broken soldiers from many worlds. They had stolen old tech, twisted it, learned to wrap their ships in dark matter shells. Inside those shells, they were ghosts. Outside, nothing. "Another convoy soon," he said. "Easy pickings." His second laughed. "The council sends nothing we cannot eat." They did not see the 5 black shapes slipping closer. The trap was set. The humans were already inside. The human fleet slipped into the Epsilon Vale sector without a sound. 5 black ships moved like ghosts through the thick dark matter clouds. No engines flared, no lights blinked. Their hulls drank in the faint starlight and gave nothing back. From far away, even the council's observer ships saw only empty space where the humans should be. Captain Taewoo Choi stood on the bridge of Hwarang. The room was dim, lit only by soft blue screens. His crew sat still, hands steady on controls that looked more like smooth panels than buttons. Everyone wore dark uniforms with small earth patches. No one spoke unless needed. They had trained for this in secret for years. Taewoo looked at the main display. It showed the trade lane ahead, a thin path of normal space between swirling dark matter banks. A small merchant convoy was coming through. 3 old cargo ships from a mixed alliance. They moved slow, engines bright and easy to see. They did not know danger waited. "Distance to convoy," Taewoo said quietly. 2 minutes at current drift, the navigator answered. "Raider signatures?" 3 clusters forming. They are waking up. Shells active. They think the convoy is alone. Taewoo nodded once. "Hold position. Let them strike first. Then we move." Far behind, at the edge of safe scan range, the council's observer ships waited. A Varathian crystal cruiser, a Krell swarm carrier, and a Luminari light vessel. Their captains watched through powerful lenses. They expected to see human ships struggle or die. They whispered to each other over private links. "Primitives," one said. "They will run when the shadows come." Another laughed softly. "Or they will beg for rescue." Inside Hurong, Min Sok Lee's voice came over the secure line from Arctura Prime. "Captain, council observers are in place. Ambassador Ji-hoon says, show them, but do not explain yet." "Understood," Taewoo replied. "We begin." The raider struck. The black fog rolled out fast from the dark matter banks. It swallowed the lead cargo ship in seconds. The other 2 panicked. Engines burned hot as they tried to turn. Weapons fired wildly into the nothing. Beams and missiles disappeared without effect. The council's observers tensed. The Vorathian captain sent a sharp message. "Raiders confirmed. Human ships, where are they?" No answer came. The human fleet stayed hidden. Then the shadows attacked the second ship. A dark shape, long and spiked, appeared for half a second before it vanished again. The cargo ship cracked open like an egg. Silent flashes lit the void for a moment, then died. The last ship tried to run. Too slow. That was when the humans moved. Hwarang dropped her cloak first, not with a flash or a roar, just a smooth fade-in. One moment, nothing. The next moment, a sleek black wedge hung in space, bigger than any observer expected. No glowing engines, no spinning parts, just smooth curves that seemed to pull light toward them. The other 4 ships appeared at the same time. Guanggeito to the left, Jangbogo to the right, Yi Sun-sin behind, Sejong high above. They formed a perfect circle around the raiders without slowing. The raiders froze for 1 heartbeat. Their sensors screamed impossible data. 5 new contacts, no energy spike, no approach vector, just there. Taewoo gave the order. Lances free, target fields, collapse on contact. From each human ship, thin lines of pure black shot out. Not beams of light, not plasma. Dark matter lances, threads of compressed invisible mass. They moved straight and fast, bending space around them. The first lance hit a raider shell. The dark matter field around the enemy ship flickered. Then it folded inward. A tiny point of nothing appeared. The raider ship stretched toward it like water down a drain. Metal screamed silently as it collapsed into the singularity. The ship vanished in less than 2 seconds. Another lance struck. Another raider died the same way. The raiders tried to fight back. They fired their own dark weapons, wide clouds of twisting black. The clouds rolled toward the human ships. But the human hulls did not flinch. The dark matter reactors inside Hwarong and her sisters pushed back. The incoming clouds bent away, pulled off course by invisible gravity wells. The attacks missed completely. Guanggeito moved next. She slid forward without thrust, falling toward a cluster of 3 raiders. Her lances fired in a fan pattern. All 3 enemy ships collapsed at once. The black holes they left behind pulled in bits of debris, then winked out. Jangbogo and Yi Sun-sin hunted the runners. The raiders tried to dive back into the dark matter banks. Inside the clouds, normal ships would go blind. Not these. Their sensors read the hidden mass like clear water. They chased without pause. 1 raider ship turned to fight. It fired everything it had. A wide, dark pulse washed over Yi Sun-sin. For a moment, the human ship vanished inside the black wave. Then Yi Sun-sin came out the other side, untouched. Her hull looked the same, smooth, cold, perfect. She answered with a single lance. The raider imploded. Sejong stayed high. She watched the whole field. When a raider tried to slip away toward open space, she dropped 1 precise lance. The enemy ship folded in half before it could scream. In less than 8 minutes the attack ended. 27 raider ships gone. No survivors, no escape. The train convoy, 2 ships damaged but alive, drifted free. Their crews sent wild thank you messages in every language. The human fleet did not celebrate. They reformed their circle. 1 by 1, they faded from sight. On the Council observer ships, silence ruled. The Varathian captain stared at his screens. His crystal body had gone dull. No rainbows left. That cannot be, he whispered. The Krell commander clicked slowly. No energy trace. No waste heat. They moved through dark matter like fish in water. The Luminari pulsed weakly. They weaponized the unseen. We studied it for centuries. They used it. A tight beam message came from Arctura Prime. Ji-hoon Kim's calm voice. Council observers, you have seen. The raiders are finished in this sector. Our fleet will hold position until you decide what comes next. No one answered right away. On Hwarong, Taewoo looked at his crew. They met his eyes. Small nods passed between them. Status, he said. All systems green, the engineer reported. Reactors stable. No damage. Good. Cloak and drift. We wait for orders. The black ships vanished again. They became part of the dark matter clouds. Silent. Patient. Ready. Far away on Arctura Prime, the council hall began to fill once more. Delegates hurried in, faces pale, voices low. Lirat stood at the head of the table. His light flickered uncertainly. When Ji-hoon, Sujin, and Minsek entered, no one laughed. The Vorathian elder spoke first. His voice shook just a little. Ambassador Kim, we saw. Ji-hoon bowed his head. We did what we said we would do. Soo-jin looked around the room. The raiders are gone, for now. Min-sek added quietly, there may be more, but we can stop them. The council chamber stayed silent. They had come to watch humans fail. Instead, they watched the galaxy change. The council chamber on Arctura Prime felt different this time. The air seemed heavier. The bright lights looked colder. Delegates from every major race sat in their places, but no one moved much. No one whispered jokes or checked datapads for fun. They all stared at the center of the round table where a large hollow projector waited. Ji-hoon Kim walked in first. He moved with the same calm steps he always used. Soo-jin Park followed right behind him, her face serious but not angry. Min-sok Lee came last, carrying nothing this time. His hands stayed empty. He looked straight ahead. When the three humans reached their seats, Lirath the Varathian Elder stood up slowly. His crystal body glowed a dull blue, not the bright rainbow colors from before. He spoke first. Ambassador Kim, he said. His voice came out lower than usual. We watched, all of us. The observers sent full recordings. We saw your ships. We saw the raiders die. We saw everything. Ji-hoon bowed his head a little. We are glad the trade lane is safe again. A Krell delegate clicked its mandibles fast. How? The word came out sharp. How did you do that? No ship moves like that. No weapon collapses dark matter shells. Explain. Soo-jin looked at Ji-hoon. He nodded once. She stepped forward. We will show you, she said simply. Min-suk moved to the hollow projector. He touched it once. A clear image rose up. It showed the inside of a human ship. Not Hwarong's bridge, but a deep engineering deck. Rows of tall cylinders stood there. Each one was smooth black metal. No pipes, no wires, no glowing panels, just quiet shapes. These are dark matter reactors, Min-suk said. His voice stayed soft and even. We built them small. We built them safe. They pull energy from the invisible mass around us, the mass that holds galaxies together, the mass your sensors ignore. The hollow changed. It showed numbers and lines, simple graphs. Power output, no heat waste, no radiation. Endless energy from nothing visible. A luminary form flickered brighter. Impossible. We tried for 1,000 years. Dark matter stays dark. It does not give power like that. Min-sok did not argue. He let the hollow run. Next image, a human ship in space. It moved. No thrust flame, no engine flare. The ship just fell, toward a point ahead. Gravity bent around it like water around a stone. We do not push, Min-sok explained. We fall. The reactor makes a gravity slope. The ship follows it. Fast, silent, no trail. The Draconi warlord leaned forward. His scales made a low scrape against his chair. And the weapons? Those black threads. They ate ships whole. Another hollow rose. A thin black line shot from a ship. It touched an enemy field. The field bent, then folded. A small black point appeared. Everything near it stretched and vanished. Dark matter lances, Min-sok said. We compress a small amount. We shoot it. It pulls hard. Too hard for shields. The enemy field collapses into a singularity. The ship follows. Gone. Silence filled the chamber again. Lirath spoke slowly. You weaponized the unseen fabric of reality itself. Soo-jin answered. While your people debated theories for centuries, we built. In asteroid mines, in hidden shipyards, on cold moons. We tested. We failed many times. We lost people. But we learned. We did not tell anyone because we did not need to impress. We built to survive. A Varathian younger than Lirath stood up. His voice shook. You hid this power. You let us call you primitive. Ji-hoon looked at him calmly. We never asked to be called anything. We asked for a seat. You laughed. Now the raiders are dead. The lane is open. Trade flows again because of us. The Draconi warlord made a deep sound, not anger, respect. You fought like hunters. Quiet. Clean. No waste. A Krell delegate clicked slowly. Our swarm could not touch them. Your 5 ships did. Jihoon raised his hand. A new hollow appeared. Captain Tae-woo Choi stood on the bridge of Hwarang. Behind him, the crew worked in silence. The black hulls of the other ships floated in formation outside the viewports. Tae-woo bowed slightly. Council members, our fleet holds the sector. No raider has returned. We can keep it safe. Or we can teach you how. But we ask something first. Lirath tilted his head. What do you ask? Jihoon spoke clearly. Humanity wants full membership. Not observers. Equals. A voice. A vote. And we offer our dark matter knowledge. Not all of it. Not the weapons first. But the reactors. The drives. Enough to help everyone. Under rules we agree on together. So no one uses it to threaten the galaxy again. The chamber stayed quiet for a long time. One luminary pulsed softly. You could have kept this secret. You could have grown stronger alone. Why share? Sujin answered. Because we are new, but we are not fools. The galaxy is big. Threats come. One race alone cannot face them all. We want allies, not enemies. Minsok added quietly. We built this to protect our home. Now we can help protect yours, too. Lirath looked around the table. Delegates met his eyes. Some nodded slowly. Others looked down, thinking. The Varathian elder finally spoke. We will vote, now. The vote began. Lights appeared above each seat. Green for yes, red for no. One by one they lit. The Krell swarm carrier, green. The Luminary light vessel, green. The Draconi battleship, green. The Varathian crystal cruiser, green. No red. When the last light appeared, Lirath turned back to the humans. Humanity is granted full membership in the Council of the Stars. Effective now. Thank you. Sujin stayed straight. Her eyes met Lirath's. We will send engineers. We will share designs, step by step. Minsuk closed the hollow. The images faded. Tae-woo's voice came through again. Ambassador? Orders? Jihoon smiled a small smile. Stand down from alert, but stay ready. The galaxy is watching now. Tae-woo nodded. Understood. Hwarang out. The hollow vanished. The delegates began to stand. Some walked over to the humans. They offered quiet words. Hands, some scaled, some crystalline, some light, touched shoulders in respect. Lirath stayed near Jihoon. We were wrong, he said simply. Jihoon looked at him. The past is past. We look forward now. Outside the clear dome, stars shone bright. Somewhere in the dark between them, 5 black ships waited. Silent, strong, no longer hidden. The council would never laugh at humanity again. They had seen the dark, and the dark had answered. The council chamber stayed quiet for what felt like a very long time. No one spoke. No one moved. The only sound came from the soft hum of the station's air systems and the faint clicks of cooling metal. Every delegate looked at the center of the round table, where the hollow projector had gone dark. The images of the black ships, the collapsing raiders, the calm human faces, they were gone now. But no one could forget them. Lirath, the Varathian elder, finally broke the silence. He stood slowly. His crystal body glowed a soft, steady white. Not bright, not nervous, just calm. The vote is complete, he said. Humanity is now a full member of the Council of the Stars, with all rights, with all duties. A low murmur spread around the table. Not anger, not fear. Something closer to awe. The Krell delegates clicked their mandibles in slow rhythm, a sign of deep respect among their kind. The Draconi warlord let out a single deep breath that sounded like distant thunder rolling away. The luminary forms pulsed in gentle waves of gold and blue, like quiet sunrise over a still sea. Ji-hoon Kim stood up. He bowed once, low and careful. "We thank the council. We will serve with honor." Soo-jin Park stayed seated for a moment longer. Her eyes moved from face to face. She saw the change. The way the aliens now looked at the humans, not as small newcomers, but as equals, maybe even more. Min-seok Lee spoke next. His voice stayed quiet, like always. "We will send our first team of engineers tomorrow. They will bring reactor designs. Simple ones first, safe ones. We start small, we build trust." A young Varathian delegate raised a hand. "How long until we can build our own?" Min-seok thought for a second. "Months for basic power plants. Years for ships like ours. We will teach, step by step." The Draconi warlord nodded heavily. "We do not want gifts. We want knowledge. We earn it." Ji-hoon looked around the table. "There will be rules, strict rules. Dark matter weapons stay under joint control. No one race uses them alone. Not us, not you. We form a new task force. Mixed crews, human, Varathian, Krell, all together, to watch the dark corners of space, to stop threats before they grow." The luminary elder pulsed brighter. "A wise choice. The universe hides many secrets. Some still sleep." The chamber filled with quiet talk now. Delegates stood in small groups. Some walked to the humans. Scaled hands touched human shoulders. Crystal fingers brushed arms in greeting. Light forms hovered close, warm without heat. Lirath came to Ji-hoon last. He stood very tall. "We were blind," he said simply. "We saw your ships as toys. We saw your people as children. We were wrong." Ji-hoon met his eyes. "Many races make that mistake at first. We do not hold anger. We hold hope." Soo-jin joined them. "The raiders may come again. Stronger, smarter. But now we face them together." Lirath nodded. Together. Outside the clear dome, the stars looked the same. Endless, cold, but something felt different. The galaxy had changed in one short day. Far away in the Epsilon Vale sector, the 5 black ships still waited. Hwarong floated at the center. Her sisters formed a loose ring around her. No lights, no movement, just patient silence. On the bridge, Captain Tae-woo Choi sat in his chair. He watched the main screen. It showed the trade lane below. Cargo ships moved again, freighters from a dozen worlds. Their engines glowed safe and steady. No shadows came near them. A crew member spoke softly. "New orders from Arctura Prime, Captain. Stand down from high alert. Maintain watch. Prepare for joint patrols soon." Tae-woo nodded. "Acknowledge. Tell the fleet." For the first time in weeks, he let his shoulders relax a little. "Open a channel to the others," he said. Screens lit up. Captains of Gwanggaeto, Jeonbogo, Yisun-sin, and Sejong appeared. Their faces looked tired, but proud. Tae-woo spoke to them all. "The council has voted. We are in, full members. Our work here is done for now, but we stay ready." One captain smiled. They finally understand. Another added, they needed to see it with their own eyes. Tae-woo looked out at the stars. They saw, and they listened. He gave the order, "Cloak and hold position. We become shadows again. But this time, we watch over friends." The screens faded. The ships turned dark once more. One by one, they blended into the black. Gone from sight. Still there. Back on Arctura Prime, the meeting ended. Delegates left slowly. Some talked in low voices about new plans. New ships that would use human knowledge. Ji-hoon, Soo-jin, and Min-seok walked to the observation deck. The dome curved high above them. Stars filled every direction. Soo-jin leaned against the rail. They finally understand. Ji-hoon nodded. They do. Min-seok stared out. We always knew. The darkest parts belong to everyone, but someone has to guard them. Ji-hoon put a hand on the clear wall. The cold of space pressed through. We guarded alone for a long time. Now we share the watch. They stood there a long while. No words needed. In the days that followed, things moved fast. Human engineers arrived on fast shuttles. They carried data cores full of designs. They met with Varathian scientists, Krell builders, Luminari thinkers. Lessons began, questions flew, mistakes happened. Laughter came too. Real laughter, not mocking. The first joint shipyard opened near a quiet star. Workers from many races stood side by side. Lights flashed. Dark matter reactors took shape under careful hands. And always in the background, the black warships waited. Silent guardians, no longer secret, no longer alone. The Council of the Stars met again weeks later. This time the table felt warmer. Voices mixed freely. Humans sat in new seats, bigger, equal. Ji-hoon spoke during the opening. We thank you all. The galaxy is safer today because we work as one. No one laughed. No one doubted. Outside the stars burned on, and in the dark between them, humanity stood tall. They had shocked the council into silence once,